In response to the inauguration of President Donald Trump, a nationwide annual protest was established January 21st, 2017, called the Women's March.
Every single day, your job as an American citizen is not just to fight for your rights. It's to fight for the right of every individual that is taking a breath, whose heart is pumping and breathing on this earth.
Here,
look like baloney.
In Denver, Colorado, that tradition continued with a slight change in the name, replacing the E with an X in the word women as an effort to rebrand and make the march more intersectional. Though their efforts were to reveal more diversity and establish inclusivity, it is even unclear to members of the community of any organizational effort from anyone who wasn't white.
I don't think as of right now, I don't personally see any people of color organizing this right now.
The event, organized by predominantly women of color, seemed to meet the expectations of the majority in attendance.
Everybody seems like to be here for the same reasons,
but failed to meet overall expectancy to address the struggles of people of color and people of the trans community.
The Denver branch is still within the organization of Women's March, but they've branched off in a way, and that's why they have the X for the E, and the X is supposed to represent the intersection of all these other social issues and things as well. But I don't know if that was really addressed clearly. I didn't hear anything about it.
According to the Denver Post, 4Color and agencies such as Soul to Soul Sisters opted out of participation this year as they felt the outreach work wasn't thoughtful or intentional, stating, "We didn't want to sort of be the token. It's more than just having women of color show up to the event, but also supporting them and other organizations throughout the year."
They were just talking about women in general. I haven't personally seen anything towards trans women or mentioning that right now. Or about Native Indigenous women or immigrant women right now. I know that they're having other women marches on different days to focus on women of color and the LGBT community, with trans women included.
Dusty Gruelle, executive director of the Colorado Organization for Latina Opportunity and Reproductive Rights, also reported to the Denver Post that her organization, along with other organizations of color, would participate in the Indigenous Peoples March at 11 a.m. in Denver on Friday at the Colorado State Capitol.
But the work has to continue. Marching for the sake of marching is not going to give us our freedom. We have the right and the responsibility to go into Wells Fargo, to go into Bank of America, to go into the Canadian consulate, to come into this building right here and tell them that Native people are here and we're not going anywhere.
With President Trump shutting down the U.S. government and now the longest government shutdown to ever occur, with an unforgettable 52% of white women voting him in office, it shouldn't be confusing as to why women of color have boycotted the march for the past 2 of the 3 years the march has occurred. Even still, the march had a pretty good turnout. Roughly 80,000 people were in attendance at the 2019 Denver Women's March, a slight drop from the 100,000 who attended in 2018.
It's clear this movement is powerful, but is it making a difference? And if people of color are formally boycotting this annual event, who is this march really for?
We as Black women can be wherever we want to be because we say so. And I say to you again, white women do not own feminism. And if you want to know why, it's because this Black woman who was born in Colorado Springs and reborn in D.C., a mother, a daughter, a sister, a sober woman, survivor, womanist, and anarchist, says so. Black lives matter.
I'm Lady Taboo, and you're watching The Smoke Room, where you put the T in community.